Grand Theft Auto 4: The Lost and Damned is a story of brotherhood and staying loyal to something that's dying, once again set in a city that's all-consuming. My name is One Hip, and thanks for clicking on this video. I'm covering Rockstar's HD era in my current series, and in this one, I'll be focusing on GTA 4's first of two expansion packs. One which intersects with Niko's tale of revenge and trauma through the eyes of Johnny Klebitz, a man disillusioned by war who found purpose within Liberty City's biker scene. Receiving universal acclaim after its release in early 2009, originally for the Xbox 360 before launching on PS3 and PC a year later. The Lost and Damned and its follow-up, The Ballad of Gay Tony, were developed to show different perspectives from those living in Liberty City. Rockstar believed online access was still limited for many players at the time, so these episodes were created as an experiment to expand the city's narrative. And in doing so, they added another dimension to the character that is Liberty City. Johnny is the vice president of the Lost MC's Alderney chapter, who during a period of temporary leadership established peace and structure within the gang, maintaining a truce with their rivals the Angels of Death. After the release of Billy Gray, the chapter's unstable president, Johnny is relegated back to his former role. Through Billy's short temper and paranoia, the truce quickly collapses and the gang war resumes. Alongside his fellow Lost members, Johnny works with both familiar and new faces across Liberty City in an attempt to restore what Billy had destroyed. Johnny crosses paths with Niko and the Ballad of Gay Tony's Louis during missions, being revealed as the catalyst behind several events in Liberty City's central arc. It hits even closer to home for Johnny when he finds out that fellow member Jason was killed, being unaware that it was Niko that did it. These interconnected arcs make the story of Liberty City intriguing, and it was satisfying to witness Johnny's place in the overarching plot. Through his brothers, Johnny already has relationships and access to things that Niko had to earn by building his own. He can call on his Lost brothers to aid him during missions, increasing each member's toughness level with each assist. Johnny's closest brothers, Terry and Clay, offer exclusive weapons and bikes respectively, and both pack a huge punch. During my time with the Lost and Damned, I rarely drove cars and never used the subway system. The Lost MC's bikes have the perfect mix of handling and durability, allowing Johnny to weave through Liberty City traffic with ease. Weapons such as the Street Sweeper shotgun and grenade launcher are explosive demonstrations of the gang's brute force, and they're incredibly satisfying to use. Anything Johnny needed was just a phone call away, signifying the bond shared with the gang that he desperately wanted to maintain.
It's Johnny. I need some of your merchandise. How soon can you get here?
No problem, Johnny. I'll be over soon.
With access to the entire city from the start, Johnny can cruise alone or with his gang to complete missions and take part in expanded hangouts, many of them centered around the clubhouse. These are highlighted on the expansion's grungier heads-up display. Wagers can be made on activities like arm wrestling and high-low cards, giving Johnny's subordinates an opportunity to challenge their superior during a sanctioned event. And to further assert the Lost MC's dominance, Johnny can lead his brothers into numerous gang wars and compete in bike races, complete with a bat for Johnny to knock his foes off their hogs. These activities are central to the Lost and Damned's themes of loyalty and brotherhood. Liberty City still has that familiar atmosphere from before, with its daytime haze and almost haunting evenings. The gang mostly listens to rock and hardcore music when going around town and settling in at the clubhouse, but there's other genres with expanded playlists that Johnny can listen to when the boys aren't around. Like GTA 4, Liberty City's soundscape is engrossing, and there's nothing like tearing around town at night on Johnny's signature Hexer, hearing its engine roar through the air. In spite of Johnny's best efforts, his unwavering loyalty to the gang becomes a burden. Seeing his close friends deteriorate and others die makes his journey a difficult one, as his gang fractures during the story and becomes a shadow of what it once was. These efforts culminate in a climactic ending at the Alderney Correctional Facility, where the gang break in and execute Billy, who is prepared to sacrifice his brothers to save himself. Even the clubhouse isn't spared, with the lost MCs deciding to burn what's left of it and start over. Despite everything they have lost, the few members who remain stand by each other until the very end. It's this sense of brotherhood that makes The Lost and Damned a compelling expansion.
Go ahead. Let's put this place out of its misery.
Yeah.
The first of 2 experiments by Rockstar was even more grounded than GTA 4's dark story of revenge and trauma, with Niko's military experience explaining his ability to commandeer choppers. Johnny stayed on the ground, with a stronger but smaller focus on what he had helped build over the years. The Lost and Damned expanded on the biker culture that was alluded to in the base game, crafting a story about someone who already had a family, rather than someone who arrived in Liberty City alone. Having biker culture as the main focus created a different tone, one which had more grit. Seeing Liberty City through the eyes of Johnny after experiencing Niko's tale was an important pivot, showing an organisation on the decline, rather than at their peak. Johnny spends the entire story trying to preserve something that's already falling apart, with a brotherhood under pressure. Niko arrived in Liberty City alone, while Johnny already had a family, yet both men struggled with loss and isolation in different ways. Johnny is remembered fondly for his commitment to the cause, and his undying bond with his gang, showing that no matter what is thrown at them, they stick together. Unfortunately, Johnny's story wouldn't end in Liberty City. Rockstar later revisited both Johnny and the Lost MC in GTA 5, revealing the violent end of the Brotherhood years after the events of The Lost and Damned. Some may see it as Rockstar showing that the heavy and gloomy days of GTA were over, while others may see it as an unsanctimonious farewell to an underrated GTA protagonist. The Lost and Damned showed that Liberty City wasn't just Niko Bellic's story. Through Johnny Klebitz, Rockstar explored loyalty and brotherhood against the backdrop of the Lost MC's declining way of life. While smaller in scope than GTA 4, it added another dimension to Liberty City's identity.